everyone on Rosewill only has 1 death except for Livingston. He has pretty much half of the team's deaths just on his own. So he needs to express, he needs to be extremely cautious about his positioning, where he is in team fights, how he's approaching team fights, and once this Baron buff eventually goes, he's going to be significantly weaker, so he needs to be careful leading up into that when we start going for these final pushes.
And so you see with that Malphite shield, they're going to be perfectly fine with just tanking that turret, running right up to defend it. They know if CLG tries to defend, then they obviously have a really strong teamfight team right now. So grabbing 2 second tier turrets, they will back off. They do have a nice chunk of gold now, so they can buy some further items. And I don't know, it's going to be tough for CLG to defend. Now this is where often where split push comes in. So you have the split push offensively we saw last game. Now we see the split push defensively. And by keeping all the lanes pushed, by keeping momentum everywhere, you can kind of deny opportunities from your opponents to push down turrets. And so that's primarily what we're going to be seeing by CLG to try and stall out the game. We'll probably see Saint and Hotshot, split pushing all around, but in the meantime, Rosewill is ready. They know that Dragon should be spawning soon and are going to be looking to pick that up.
And we got Tarek in the middle of the pool, doing some quick taunts. It's always good. It's always good to hear Tarek's voice. It's a good thing to do. It's a good thing to listen to. It's very melodic and very soothing. But we now see Rosewill gathering up into bot lane. And we got the exhaust coming in on Hotshot. They want to get that kill. They want to secure it, and Livingston is there. We got the Graves ult doing what it can, and you know what? Easy kill. And we got all of CLG realizing, oh man, we should stop doing the split push thing, man. We got to defend. And you know what? With Hotshot down, that may actually spell it. I mean, he's got 30 seconds till he comes back up. This creep wave should be enough to tank it. We got enough damage. We got the Malphite ult coming in right under tower. We got the Rumble ult trying to dissuade everyone away, but Double Up does go down pretty quick. It was along with Big Fat, and now we see the split from CLG, and there's not really a whole lot we can do. We just need someone to tank the tower. When we take this down, we'll take Inhib, and actually this may very well be game.
Yeah, and so you just, Rosewill just doing such an effective job here. They have the AoE initiation with Malphite, and just with that AoE, they're very quickly able to pick up that turret. And CLG, because they don't really have a team built for team fights, they do have a decent team fight team.
Right.
It's not terrible. It's just that, TF is kind of weak, and without being able to pick up kills, we'll see whether or not he jumps in here. This would be pretty much instant death for Hotshot if he decided to.
But he's teleporting mid. He wants to clear the creep wave, he wants to be aggressive, and he wants to push the lane out. So I already used my ult, I already got vision on these guys. I might as well use it and do something with my time. So he's going to go ahead, clear the wave mid. We may also see a transition top to try and push that wave in as well. Just doing what they can to try and delay the push as much as they can, because they know Baron does have to respawn soon. If all of our waves are sufficiently pushed out, we can buy ourselves more time for that fight in an attempt to steal, so that way we don't lose to pushing minions.
And so in the meantime, you see them trying to get pressure on all the lanes. That CDR on Big Vet will definitely help out. I think the big thing is they just need to clear minions when they can before Rosewill gets a chance to get to them, because now Rosewill is going to try and deny CLG from any golden experience and try and hold them off. And so in the meantime, we see Corki a little bit out of position, but they are setting up for the Baron. And they have the fast Baron possibility. Baron actually shouldn't be up for a little bit, so they're actually just backing off. But it is a very fast Baron when they have that opportunity. It should be up shortly. We'll see whether or not CLG, when they're in that confined area, we'll have the Leona ult, we'll have the Rumble ult to combo. Yep. See if we can pick up any quick kills there. And the big key for them is to stay out of that Rumble ult. In that last fight, they were all kind of grouped up, all hit by Malphite really quickly.
Yeah.
So if they can stay out of that Malphite ultimate, split up a little bit, then they'll be okay. But Rosewill coming quickly into this top lane, they're going to be pushing top, and CLG is out of position. They might be able to just rush down this turret.
They might be able to rush this down. We do not see a whole lot of movement from CLG. It looks like they're now all starting to recall, wanting to defend against this push. And I like this call by Rosewill, because they're pushing into a tower. They're being aggressive, and at the very least trying to counteract the push, the minion wave from Lessa. But we got St. Vicious now coming in, and we got the Zonias being fired off by TMS just to protect them for just a little bit longer and to keep that AoE going. He does die, but here comes the ult. How many will he get off of this? We got the Zonias also come in. Zonias purchased by Hotshot. Very good purchase in that respect, but you know what? We still got 4 members of Rosewill up. It's not looking too good. We can, if we really want to, try once again for a kill on Hotshot, but we see there's trying to dissuade them, but Rosewill will go ahead, take the safe retreat, take their win. Oh, we got the Destiny
They
coming
don't
in.
want to walk into
They do
Tarek,
not want
which
to
is
walk
the
into
issue
that.
for Big Fat, because if that stun goes down, they could maybe pick him up.
Yeah.
They are kind of just holding him off here, but at the same
Oh, we
time,
got the
they're
teleport.
losing
Where's
Nexus,
it
so we
going?
actually have the TF from coming in.
Oh.
He is trying to pick someone off on the wrong side, so not going to be able to engage. Big Fat just still not letting them get out of there, and Ricari jumping into him, get the quick burst onto Big Fat, and then turning onto Hotshot, so 2 kills. CLG, oh, can they pick up a spar?
Oh,
Not
no.
able to do it. But you saw they were trying to just slowly wear them down, which they were. They had them all very low. They were trying to see if they could pick up any kills because they need to right now. They need to make plays happen. Trying to make them happen, couldn't get it done. So another Nexus turret goes down. Baron is up, and because CLG is so pushed into their base right now, it should be a pretty easy Baron for Rosewill with how much damage they have from Karthus.
That last little engagement would not have happened unless it happened because Aspara was so low. And sometimes when you have a retreating team with a member who's just like one shot away from death, like Hot's just like, man, I'll teleport. I got that available to me. I can totally just get in there, get that one shot, kill him, and get out. It's a little bit harder than that sometimes, and that definitely proved it because you have 4 members all moving as a pack, and when you have that, it's not usually guaranteed, and sometimes you may just get that kill and die along in the process, and that is exactly what happened. And now that buys enough time for Rosewill to go back, recall, heal up, and now come right back to Baron. Hotshot is back up, teleport now down. Like once again, all these ults are now down while this Baron fight is being considered here. And I wish Rosewill would actually go for it really soon because the TF ult is about to come back up. Nocturne ult is now back up. So we have the engagement here. Chowster actually being caught out a little too far away from the rest of the team. But St. Vicious, we're actually focusing down TMS in the back line. So we got the ult once again. Big Fat should be going down here once again. Double kill. We got Chowster in that too. St. Vicious should not be getting away either. Aspara here trying to slow down Double to keep Judge Reinhold alive. Not going to be able to happen, but Livingston is here. Can we get the damage we need to on Double? Yes, we can, but Aspara is now very low once again. Hotshot versus Livingston. Can we get this? Livingston is just standing still. That's all he needs to do. And the ace on the Mundo, 4 for 5. But CLG, though, that was a little bit of a better fight for them, but look, we got super minions.
Oh, and actually Mundo going the wrong way for a second, wanted to go after that Nexus, then realized the inhibitor was down. But regardless, yeah, CLG, they're able to kite back and forth, and they have that kind of slow, sustained damage with the range. They have the poke from Corki and TF, and then Rumble is kind of a poke, even though he's very short range. So, they can negotiate these fights very well, but even though the fight was fairly successful for them, because Rosewill's already pushed so hard into their base, we see mid inhibitor going down, bottom inhibitor is pretty close because the minion's pushing onto it, and Big Fat very close to not being able to take down this inhibitor.
You can do it. You can do it.
Oh, they actually do lose the inhibitor top. So 2 inhibitors going down, and now Rosewill can pressure this Baron once again, and then CLG, they can't stop it. If they want to try and stop it, they're probably going to lose their base to minions.
Anyway, we have a Nexus tower down already. This is just free Baron right now for Rosewill, and with this, they should have all of the push, all of the power they need to just pressure to CLG's base, walk, swoop on in, take that last tower, and get the game. So it's just a matter of time. Let's get everyone, all 5, gathered up. We'll get a nice solid push going. And this is pretty much Rosewill's game. We need a disaster, an absolute sheer disaster for Rosewill to lose this one. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be going on to game 3 on this.
Yeah, but we are starting to see that great fight control from CLG. Being able to pick up those kills. If they can kind of stall off and get kills, then maybe they can pick up this win. But unfortunately, the issue is with those 2 inhibitors down, Rosewill can be very defensive in their fights, and obviously they don't want to engage. They have the Karthus wall. It's a 60% slow, long range, so very easily they can just say, okay, we're not fighting here. Let's throw down the wall. Let's back off. And so Rosewill can very slowly push down this bottom lane and then know that CLG, it's going to be difficult for them to engage. If they want to engage, they're just going to have a bad fight with the Nocturne ult, and if they don't engage, then very slowly the rest of the lanes are pushing in on them, so they can just come right up this bottom lane.
We see the bottom lane. The last inhibitor is bot. They just want to go ahead and secure that just in case things go wrong. Hey, all 3 inhibs are down. That's a lot of super minions pushing if you have a lot of members down. There's no single one person on the team right now in CLG that could possibly take 3 lanes of super minions worth. Maybe if Corki and Nocturne stayed alive, maybe they might be able to do it, but not very likely. But there goes the inhib. We have 1 tower and a Nexus to go, and we're just swooping around, getting our lanes pushed. We just want to have the world's biggest minion wave coming on in on this last remaining tower and Nexus just to secure our spot. This is a qualifier tournament, man. You don't want to be leaving anything to chance. They just want to go ahead and secure all their options. The minions, these last few waves are coming on up, and this looks like the last fight very soon. Hotshot thrown off those wild cards, trying to get as much damage as we can before we actually get in on this. And there comes a Nocturnal right to the back line, trying to get the hurt here on the Graves, but he's bitten off a little bit more than he could chew. Saint Vicious does go down. That last turret is now gone, and we can just go ahead and straight up attack the Nexus. Hotshot burns the Zonias. Not going to be doing a whole lot for him, and the Nexus goes down. Game 2 going to Rosewill Gaming. Who'd have thunk it, man?
Yeah, I mean, just really great control from Rosewill the entire game, never allowing CLG to really get the advantages that they want. And so CLG, they had such a strong initiation team. They had, TF and Nocturne. They wanted to pick up kills. Top lane, it's